Now, you co-host a podcast yourself with your
I
daughter.
do. I
I
do.
have to hear about this because I've been trying to get my father on the podcast. We're 200 plus episodes in. He does not want to yet. I wanted to do a show with him, and he said someday, right? He's still practicing, so he's busy. But how did you get to do that with your daughter? Because that sounds wonderful.
Actually, it was my daughter who approached me. She her training is, master's PhD without thesis in kinesiology. She became very interested in healing. She became very interested in sort of the physical frame, but realized that why doesn't everybody get better with some of these activities? And so herself got interested in the idea that there's another piece of this. And so she basically became self-educated. And then, she knew I've been practicing for 50 years by then, or like 45 years by then. Per se, said we need to talk about what you do and what I do. And so we do every 2 weeks. We've done 65 or 70 of these podcasts now over the last 3 years or so. And we like this conversation now. We don't really have a topic. We just talk, and what comes sort of up, what's sort of, the menu du jour type thing, or the topic du jour, people, the listeners will ask questions. Will you talk about fluoride? Or will you talk about vaccines or whatever? Sure, we talk about whatever, and we talk about from her experience as a personal trainer, well-educated person in the field of trauma, and myself as a practitioner who treated people where I believe trauma is, which is why I wrote the book on that you mentioned, with Begin Again, for ultimately what's going on for that. So it's a wonderful time to be able to talk to my daughter at length for a couple of hours every couple of weeks about different types of things. And of course, we end up talking about our private lives and personal lives and how the grandkids doing and all that kind of stuff. So it's a
Yeah.
wonderful opportunity to do that. She lives in Canada and I live here, so we're 3,000 miles apart. So you get to see them physically twice a year or so in person, but it's nice to see her and then my grandkids usually come on, to the thing, and we say hello. And so it's a nice
Yeah.
opportunity you can, one of the great things about this type of media is, as you grew up, I grew up, we had a telephone. When you talked to a grandkid, it was on a telephone, and
Right.
how long do you have a kid's interest on a telephone where they don't see anything? Now it's all about screens and all that. So they're willing to look at a screen per se, but not talk on a phone type thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing. I'm so happy for you guys because I know it could be difficult. Like I've worked with my father basically my whole life. We didn't start that way. He wanted me to be a doctor. I ended up going into business, but then helping his practice, helping other
Right.
doctors set up, traveling the world with them, speaking
Right.
with other doctors, and it's really beautiful. But the discussions we have in private are amazing. I wish we could record it and give it out to the world, and you're doing that, right, with your
Right.
daughter and giving that to the world because people want that insight. You two are
Yeah.
probably very unique in that understanding of each other and what to talk about and the way to look at world. So I commend you for doing that.